Today, I'm going to talk about an interesting subject about why people may not like you. I know it's very controversial and it's one that's, was on my mind. And I just thought I wanted to talk about it based on my life experiences and what I've learned over the years. You may be one of those people watching that is tired of seeking approval, or you may be sitting there wondering, why some people suddenly just decided to not like you or walking on eggshells. This is part and parcel of life. And if you're going through it, then this video is definitely for you. And one thing I want to tell you as well is that you cannot be liked by everybody. And, you might not necessarily be everybody's cup of tea. And we have to understand that and accept that some people simply do not like us, or they just do not get us. And sometimes we're just not connecting with them at a deeper level. And also, I want you to understand that life is spiritual, because in this life, there's a saying that light and darkness do not mix and do not match and do not get along. So sometimes you might be questioning something that is very obvious. And some people, maybe their dislike has nothing to do with you, but everything to do with their particular struggles. And it's also human nature that some people simply project their insecurities on others. And at times, dislike has nothing to do with you, but everything to do with the other person's struggle. And people might just be going through a very difficult time, and they just don't like the fact that maybe you're shining a little bit during that season. So they just decide to walk away and focus and refocus away from yourself, which is absolutely fine. And we've got to learn to accept that. And let's just say we're in a relationship and sometimes we just don't connect with that person at a deeper level. And I think that's still okay to be able to understand and appreciate that if that person is not the right person, and if that person is going to enable you to dim your light so that that relationship can work, then you've got to sort of weigh that. Is that the right relationship for you? And secondly, some people may feel that you're too much for them. Your ambitions might be too much, or your aspirations may be too much, or even just as you interact and connect, they may just find you to be a little bit more. And that's still okay, because there are people out there that are much more compatible to you. So when other doors close, others will open. And it will be an opportunity to be somebody who's going to really accept you for who you are, and just somebody that's not going to let you dim your light. And also, being liked is not necessarily everything, because some rejection can be God's protection, or maybe turning you away from something that's not correctly supposed to be in your life. So we've got to understand that some rejection can be God's protection upon our life. And some people are removed from your life for circles because they are not part of your destiny. And you need to start looking at that rejection as divine protection. Change your thinking around that rejection, or if somebody sidelines you, or if somebody walks out of your life, because, there's a bigger and better purpose in your life. So for the place where you might be going, these people might not be necessarily the right people. And, God sees what's ahead of us. And sometimes he sees people that may hinder us, or people that may not get the best out of us, especially if we're in partnership relationships of boyfriends and girlfriends, or husband and wives. So there are various reasons why some people are moved out of our lives. And if you just dare to change the way you think about that and attach a positive emotion to that reaction, to that rejection, or to that separation, then you might actually find that life will be a little bit better, or the way you cope with this rejection is a lot better. And, I was liberated the day I started looking at rejection as divine protection and bigger purpose for my life. And another reason as well that I can say why people may not necessarily like you is also some people might be envious, and they might be comparing you to their lives, and then that may trigger some elements of jealousy. And in this day and age of social media, it fuels a lot of comparison, which can lead to jealousy. And these are some of the reasons that can trigger people to just show you a different attitudes. And there are also times when people they misinterpret you or your emotions, or miscommunication, or there might be something that you may have said and somebody chooses to take it the wrong way, and that's absolutely fine. Because you know what, if somebody's not going to try and get an explanation or give you a chance to explain that misunderstanding, and they decided to walk away, I still will accept that door to be closed. Because you know, you don't want anything that drains your energy, especially as we age. You know, we just can't tolerate a lot of that anymore. And there are also times when people's opinions of us has to do with their own minds. That's something that I've learned as well, you know. And don't let it affect you, because if we continue to go around life tiptoeing around people, and we can't please everybody. And I think once we accept that, I think that will be the real beginning of changing the way that we think as well. Because I had to have a mindset shift that helped me to understand that there are seasons in this life, and with people, in relationships. And I just decided, I embraced all those seasons, and I now trust the process. And that's what you need to do. You know, sometimes you could even end up having a job loss, and that job loss can become that opportunity for you to explore other projects. And that partner leaving, you know, might be God's plan for you, you know, or protecting you from the unknown in life, you know, because relationships are very complex. So sometimes rejoice when certain things happen. Don't attach a negative emotion, because it will affect your life experience. But if you look at sometimes some of these negative things that we come into contact in life, and realize, oh, there might be a plan and a purpose why this is happening. There might be a real reason why that person is like that. And respect the space, respect boundaries, and also learn to put boundaries upon your own life. Because you really need to be true to yourself, especially as we get older. When we were much younger, we had the energy, we had the enthusiasm and the time to try and build some friendships, some that didn't even deserve the time and energy we gave. But that's being young, that's growing, and that's learning. But, you know, you also come into contact with people that just take offense, you know, when you set healthy boundaries in your life, you know. And I think it's okay to do that. And you need to be able to protect your peace in this life, to be able to be productive in whatever you're going to do, be it in work, be it in business. You need to protect your peace. Take time away, solitude, pray and meditate on your plans, and don't say too many things to too many people. Again, that can fuel a lot of jealousy, and a lot of people might just maybe some people might not approve of what you'll be trying to do. So, you know, focus on those people that value you. And once you accept that not everybody is going to like you, then that's your main focus. Then you're not going to be really bothered that much about a lot of people. And let me remind you that, you know, whatever situation that you might find yourself in, God loves you, you know. Just continue to pray, and you are enough. And don't let anybody or anyone tell you otherwise. You are enough the way that you are, you know, after all that's said and done. Whether people like you, whether people approve of you, whether you spend your time worrying about what people think about you, those people and you, life is very short. It will be over one day. So why spend this precious, beautiful gift that we've been given by God worrying about somebody else, or trying to seek approval to be able to live? Come on, just go and do that which makes your heart tick. Do that which makes your heart desire. As long as you continue to be good, to be kind, and to be considerate, and to be able to give where you can and help where you can, and to show compassion to other people, you're absolutely fine. But you're not going to be carrying other people's problems, because, you know, some people, you know, to them you're a mirror. The minute they look at you, you're a reminder of what they haven't been able to achieve. You're a reminder of their shortcomings, so they tend to project that on you. But no, to be able to focus on your life, you need to be able to not worry too much and think about who likes you, who doesn't like you, and just focus on being better than yesterday. being better than the person that you were yesterday and doing good, like I said earlier. But if this has resonated with you, please share in the comment section. And if you ever experienced something like that where people don't like you, how have you dealt with it? What did you think were the reasons why you went through what you went through? I'd like to hear from you, and so that we can share, it might be able to help somebody, and I might actually be able to see your perspective around how you've dealt with some of the emotions around this subject that we've talked about. But yeah, so please feel free to share in the comment section, like, share, subscribe to this channel. I look forward to hearing from you. It's Shelley here. Till next time, bye for now.